SAJID Javid, at the World Economic Forum in Switzerland last month, was warned by Steven Mnuchin, Treasury Secretary for President Trump, over the UK's digital tax plans for US internet giants that the President and Boris will be speaking on it. Could this be the real reason the previous Chancellor was sacrificed? No self-respecting minister could accept this power grab, the Herald, February 14. But if these tax plans are dropped, will it not cause a huge hole in the projected tax incomes that are desperately needed to see us through the 3 years or so before any potential benefits from trade deals begin to trickle through? The ticking debt time bomb that is Brexit in 2021 is edging ever closer. The current cost-effective movement of our goods, services and people will stop, and the £200 billion opportunity cost of Brexit will have to be accounted for. Money will be tight, and there is a triple lock on increases in income tax, national insurance contribution and VAT. So how will Boris Johnson meet his promised election commitments, including to the National Health Service and the police? The Tories proved their fiscal incompetence with their failed promises to reduce the debt through austerity, measures which continue to cause incredible hardships to the poorest, along with devastation of our public services. Unless Mr. Johnson defers his election promises to some distant horizon, a magic money tree will have to be conjured. It is time the Tory facade of being safe custodians at the Treasury was exposed, their incompetence at fiscal management fully revealed to the electorate. Paul Shaw, Dunblane. On hearing that SAJID Javid had resigned, Kate Forbes on Twitter offered her assistance to prepare a budget. The new Chancellor of the Exchequer, Rishi Sunak, read economics at Oxford, worked for Goldman Sachs and then founded an investment firm. Kate Forbes read history at Cambridge and then gained an MSc in diaspora and migration history. I know which one I would want to be in charge of a budget, and it is not Ms. Forbes, who seems to have let the success of reading out Derek Mackay's budget out in Holyrood go to her head. Jane Lax, Aberlour. According to the Office of National Statistics, the UK national debt at the end of 2018 stood at £1,837.5 billion or 86.8% of GDP. Average household debt reached a peak of £15,385, tuck figures. However, the good news is that the recently elected government has the answer. During the long cold years of austerity, the government has been combating the growing problem of dealing with CO2 emissions by planting forests of money trees, which are now yielding such magnificent crops that we can now afford to repay billions to the EU, fund the HS2 rail link, which seemed to casual observers to be a problem, and contemplate building a bridge or tunnel to Ireland. And for more on this story, visit the news article link.